You know, some words don't just live on paper, they live in our hearts. They guide us, inspire us, and remind us who we are, even decades after they were first spoken. America has always been a nation built on ideas, freedom, faith, hard work, and hope. But beyond the headlines and history books, it's the words of great Americans that have quietly shaped how we live, think, and dream every single day. Today, we are revisiting 4 timeless American quotes, words that have stood the test of time and still speak to the core of who we are as a people. These quotes aren't just history, they're a mirror of our everyday lives. So, if you've ever needed a little reminder of what makes America truly special, stay with me to the end, because you'll not only hear the words but feel their power in your own life. Quote 1, Abraham Lincoln, "On character and integrity I am not bound to win, but I am bound to be true. I am not bound to succeed, but I am bound to live by the light that I have." Abraham Lincoln. Few voices in American history speak with as much honesty as Abraham Lincoln. He didn't talk about perfection or fame. He talked about truth, about doing what's right, even when the odds are against you. Lincoln lived in a time of deep division, yet he held firm to his principles. This quote reminds us that our worth isn't measured by success, money, or applause. It's measured by whether we stay true to what we believe in. In today's world, where everyone seems to be chasing the next big win or social validation, this quote calls us back to our roots. To character. To doing the right thing when no one's watching. Maybe you're a parent trying to raise your kids right. Or someone working hard in silence, staying honest even when shortcuts look tempting. Lincoln's words are for you. Winning fades, but truth lasts forever. Quote 2, Eleanor Roosevelt, "On courage and fear. You gain strength, courage, and confidence by every experience in which you really stop to look fear in the face." Eleanor Roosevelt. Now, this quote feels like it was written for every American who's ever had to start over, for every small-town dreamer, every single mom, every soldier, every entrepreneur. Eleanor Roosevelt knew that life wasn't meant to be easy, it was meant to shape us. Her words teach us that courage isn't about the absence of fear, it's about facing it anyway. Think of the moments that defined you, moving to a new place, starting a new job, standing up for yourself, or simply getting back up after failure. Every time you faced fear, you didn't just survive, you grew. In a country built by pioneers who faced the unknown with faith and grit, Roosevelt's words remind us that courage is still the heartbeat of America. Whether it's a farmer rebuilding after a storm or a young person chasing a dream, courage is what keeps this nation moving forward. So, the next time you're scared to take that leap, remember Eleanor's wisdom. Fear means you're about to grow. Quote 3, Martin Luther King Jr., "On purpose and justice the time is always right to do what is right." Martin Luther King Jr. This one hits deep, short, powerful, and timeless. Dr. King wasn't just talking about civil rights, he was talking about human character. In a world that often waits for the perfect moment, King reminded us that there's never a wrong time to stand for what's right. Whether it's helping a neighbor, speaking up for someone who can't, or choosing compassion over comfort, the right time is always now. What makes this quote evergreen is how it applies to every corner of life. Maybe you've seen someone treated unfairly, or maybe you've kept quiet when your heart told you to speak. King's wisdom calls on us to act with courage, not convenience. He believed that justice wasn't a movement, it was a mindset. And that's something we can carry every single day, in small acts of goodness and fairness that ripple farther than we realize. America's greatness has always come from ordinary people doing the right thing, not when it's easy, but when it matters. Quote 4, Mark Twain, on living fully 20 years from now you will be more disappointed by the things you didn't do than by the ones you did. Mark Twain had a way of capturing the human spirit with humor and truth. This quote isn't just about adventure, it's about living. How often do we hold back because we're afraid to fail, to look silly, to take a risk? But as time passes, we realize it's not the mistakes that haunt us, it's the missed chances. This quote reminds us to live boldly, love deeply, and take the chances that call to our hearts. Maybe it's starting that dream business, taking that road trip, or simply saying I love you while you still can. Twain's words speak to the adventurous side of the American soul, the one that built railroads, crossed frontiers, and dreamed big dreams. Life isn't meant to be perfect, it's meant to be lived. So, whatever's been sitting on your heart, go do it. Because regret weighs heavier than failure ever will. Each of these quotes, from Lincoln, Roosevelt, King, and Twain, carries a piece of the American spirit. They remind us to stay true, be brave, do right, and live fully. Even though these words were spoken long ago, they still echo through every generation, through parents teaching their children, through workers showing up each day with pride, through people like you, who keep believing in something greater. Words have power. And when they're spoken with truth, they outlive their authors. Now, I'd love to hear your wisdom. Write pointing finger emoji. What's one quote, American or personal, that helps you thrive in life? Share it in the comments below. Your words might inspire someone else watching today. And if this video touched your heart, make sure to subscribe to American Wisdom. Every week, we share stories, reflections, and timeless lessons that remind us what truly matters. Until next time, keep your heart steady, your values strong, and your spirit open, because the greatest wisdom is the kind we live out every single day.